Justin Bieber and Usher, who used to be very close, really got into it. There are people who are telling us that they're hearing that there was actually a fist fight between the two.
And this was at one of the Oscars after parties, the one that was thrown by Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
As if today wasn't already basura, we are finding out that Usher and Justin Bieber got into it at the Gold Party this weekend. Yes, the Gold Party that Beyoncé and Jay-Z host every year after the Oscars.
And so I think Jay-Z's tone was exactly, but see, I saw Puffy say the same, and then a video came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
DL Hughley is speaking out about those unsettling Oscars after parties, and this is coming right after Jay-Z and Beyoncé's event got exposed in a big way. He's claiming these aren't just normal VIP gatherings, but something far more disturbing lurking behind the scenes. DL has made it clear for years that he never aligned himself with Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Or did he keep more distance than people realized? He's always said he was never part of that inner circle and never played along with the power dynamics. That also means he's not worried about backlash or secrets being used against him if he speaks up. While others in Hollywood stay quiet, locked behind NDAs and controlled statements, DL Hughley is stepping forward, a hesitation, and saying what he believes is the truth.
Now, I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the wintertime of 06 or 07. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house. And we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to be like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults.
And don't forget, when those allegations first surfaced involving Jay-Z in that Jane Doe lawsuit tied to Diddy, DL didn't just brush it off. He openly said he wouldn't automatically believe Jay was innocent just because of a polished public statement. He pointed out how Diddy once did the same thing, going on record, insisting he never touched Cassie, sounding completely confident at the time. Then that hotel footage came out, and suddenly the story looked very different. That's why DL is suggesting there could still be unseen evidence involving Jay-Z that hasn't surfaced yet. And that possibility is raising serious questions. But DL didn't stop there. Not long after Jay-Z's name appeared in those files, he shared a shocking video of Mexican model Gabriela Rico Jimenez, who was seen screaming outside a luxury hotel in Monterrey. She claimed she witnessed something deeply disturbing at a high-profile event, believed to be an Oscars after-party, and the intensity of her reaction has people paying very close attention.
And then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. And I sat next to this, and the child next to Beyoncé. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy?
DL even added in the caption, and they label them crazy, calling out how quickly people dismiss stories like this. But what really makes this situation darker is what allegedly happened next. After Gabriela's emotional outburst about what she claimed goes on at elite parties, she reportedly disappeared and no one seems to know where she is now. That alone has people asking serious questions. Now shifting to those exclusive parties, there's been a lot of talk about what went down at this year's Oscars after party hosted by Beyoncé and Jay-Z. According to claims circulating, this wasn't just a typical celebration. It allegedly had some very strange energy inside, with a few eyewitnesses even describing moments that felt unusual and unsettling. The Carters are known for throwing this event every year at the Chateau Marmont in West Hollywood, famously called the Gold Party. It's one of the most selective invites in the entire industry, where only a very small circle gets access. Interestingly, Jay-Z and Beyoncé rarely attend the actual awards show, but they never miss hosting this private gathering afterward, which keeps people curious every single year. And getting inside isn't simple at all. There's a strict no-phone rule. No pictures, no videos, nothing gets documented. On top of that, the guest list is extremely controlled. You can't just walk in or bring anyone along unless you're already a major name. Every guest is carefully chosen, approved ahead of time, and expected to respect the privacy of the event. This year's guest list included huge names like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, Michael B. Jordan, Timothée Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, Justin and Hailey Bieber, and Usher, making it one of the most star-packed and talked-about nights in Hollywood. Sounds fun, right? That's what it looks like on the surface. But this is where things start to get messy.
Which I can respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild. Like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyoncé. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy? Or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not...
The biggest story coming out of this year's party is the reported confrontation between Justin Bieber and his longtime mentor, Usher. According to TMZ, Usher approached Justin with what insiders described as intense energy and clear frustration, and things escalated quickly. Some sources even claim the situation nearly turned physical, which had people at the party watching closely. Now, if you know the history between Justin and Usher, you already know this isn't just some random disagreement. Justin didn't rise to fame overnight without help, and Usher played a major role in his early career. Over the years, there have been serious rumors and allegations surrounding Justin's early time in the industry, with claims suggesting he was introduced to powerful figures at a very young age, which has led to ongoing speculation about what he experienced during that period. Because of all the recent attention around Diddy and the wider industry, Justin has reportedly been distancing himself from people tied to his past. He unfollowed Usher on Instagram, passed on performing at Usher's 2024 Super Bowl halftime show, and even cut ties with his former manager Scooter Braun. On top of that, he sold his music catalog and has been stepping back from many of the connections that once defined his career. From the outside, it looks like Justin is trying to reset his life and create space from that earlier chapter. So when Usher approached him at Jay-Z and Beyoncé's Oscars after party with that kind of intensity, it's not surprising that emotions may have run high and the interaction became tense. And this is where things connect even deeper, because you can't talk about the Gold Party without people also bringing up the Carters' long-standing association with Diddy, which continues to keep these conversations going. Sure, now Jay-Z and Beyoncé are reportedly trying to downplay their past connections, saying they were never really close with Diddy. But people are quick to point out that past photos, appearances, and collaborations are still out there for everyone to see. As many already know, Diddy's parties have been surrounded by heavy controversy, with multiple lawsuits bringing forward serious accusations. One of those lawsuits, filed by a man named Joseph Zero, included shocking claims that also mentioned Jay-Z and Beyoncé. According to his account, he alleged his drink was tampered with and that he was taken to a party without his consent, where he says he was mistreated and humiliated in front of others. Zaro also claimed that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were present during this incident, even recalling a moment where he quoted Beyoncé saying, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a mask standing here in front of me?"
Awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving...
These are allegations from a legal filing, and they have not been proven, but they've still added fuel to an already intense conversation. But the story doesn't stop there. Some individuals who say they were once close to the Carters have also come forward with their own claims, suggesting that it wasn't just about attending events. They allege similar exclusive gatherings were hosted as well. One of those voices is former NFL player Larry Johnson, who once had ties to Jay-Z and even modeled for his Rocawear brand. Larry has shared his own account, claiming that back in the early 2000s, he attended a late-night party hosted by the Carters in Colorado. He described the environment as highly unusual and claimed there were individuals present who appeared very young, raising serious concerns in his version of events. These claims are unverified and remain allegations, but they've added another layer to the growing scrutiny surrounding these high-profile circles. And these kinds of allegations have been circling around the Carters for years now. Stories about strange parties, unusual themes, and over-the-top secrecy keep popping up, and people online never seem to stop talking about it. Now, bringing it back to that Oscars gold party, there are viral blind items making the rounds with some wild claims. According to these posts, the night supposedly starts off like any other high-end celebrity event. But then, around 2 a.m., the vibe allegedly shifts into something much more intense.
I think Jay-Z's tone was exactly, but see, I saw Puffy say the same and then a video came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't go to none of those parties.
No?
No, it never appealed to me. I'm not saying that everybody who did go was wrong, but I'm glad I ain't got a lawyer asking me to get my story together.
Descriptions mention things like masks, elaborate setups, and private themed rooms that raise a lot of eyebrows. Some of these blind items go even further, talking about unusual activities and saying these gatherings are designed to test loyalty and create tight bonds within exclusive circles. These claims are unverified, but they've definitely fueled curiosity and speculation online in a major way. There's also a long-running theory people keep bringing up, that movies like Eyes Wide Shut were inspired by real-life secret gatherings among the ultra-wealthy. The idea is that behind closed doors, powerful figures operate in ways the public never sees, all to maintain influence and control. While Diddy's parties have recently taken center stage in these conversations, many believe this kind of behavior didn't start with him at all. Some argue these types of elite gatherings have existed for decades, tied to power, fame, and influence.
This is extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This is my brother.
And when people try to understand the atmosphere surrounding these events, they often look closely at the circles Jay-Z and Beyoncé move in, because those connections tend to raise even more questions. They're also known to have connections with controversial figures like Marina Abramovich, often referred to online as a Hollywood priestess, which has only added more intrigue to these conversations. Abramovich is a performance artist famous for pushing creative boundaries. But things really took a turn back in 2016 when leaked emails brought attention to something called spirit cooking. And her name started trending in a completely different way. For those unfamiliar, spirit cooking is a concept Abramovich explored in her art, involving symbolic recipes and unusual materials meant to provoke thought and emotion. While it was presented as performance art, the imagery and descriptions sparked intense reactions online, with many Marty questioning what it all really meant. So how does this connect to the Carters? Jay-Z and Beyoncé haven't just admired Abramovich's work, they've collaborated with her.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we're gonna go full crazy.
New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
In 2013, Jay-Z worked with her on the Picasso Baby project, and she's been seen attending events within their circle. That connection alone has been enough to keep people talking. Now, according to those same viral blind items, some claim Abramovich's artistic influence can allegedly be seen in the visuals and atmosphere of the Gold Party. They point to dramatic performances, abstract themes, and what they describe as a blurred line between high art and something more mysterious. These claims remain unproven, but they've definitely added another layer to the speculation. At the end of the day, a lot of this remains in the realm of rumor and online theory. But it continues to capture attention because of how secretive these events are. For some, it's just creative expression taken to the extreme. For others, it feels like there's something deeper going on behind closed doors. And then you have voices like D.L. Hughley, Cat Williams, and others who've hinted at seeing things firsthand, which only keeps the conversation alive. So what do you think about all this? Is it all just talk? Or is there more to these exclusive parties than meets the eye? And that Bieber and Usher moment, random tension, or something bigger tied to the setting? If you made it this far, you already know this story is wild. Make sure you like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next update.